Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the virtual championship for season 60 of NYC Trivia League. My name is Meredith, and I'm going to be your host tonight. Thank you all so much for being here this evening, and thank you for playing with us in season 60 of this magnificent game. Get yourself signed up for tonight's quiz by coming on over to this aptly named website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. This is where you're going to find a spot to enter in the team name that you have been playing with for the last 10 weeks here in this virtual quiz setting, as well as a spot for an email address. And then you can let us know if you're in the league. And I assume if you're here, that you've been playing with us in season 60. So thank you all so much again for your support. I hope you all had a very happy Thanksgiving. Tonight, we're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 2 topics are question and answer style rounds. Our third category is going to be a picture round. And then we're going to close out tonight's game with a double points, odd one out style round, for a total of 50 points in tonight's game. The majority of the quiz are those question and answer rounds. I'll ask the question out loud as per usual. You'll be able to see the question on your answer sheet, discuss what you believe to be the correct answer. Click that submit answers button before the time expires. It's normal. You know what's up, everybody. And if you spell something wrong, I'll keep an eye out for any spelling errors. Make sure you get the points you deserve to get. Most of our questions here tonight will be short answer in their structure, though that odd one out style round, I'll walk you through specifically when we get there. And it is a fully multiple choice round. So hold tight. I'll let you know how that one is going to work here tonight. A lot of you already know, you're familiar. Congratulations go to our top teams from season 60. Well done, We Drink and We Know Things, for pulling off that number 1 spot with 273 points across their top 7 scores of our 10-week season. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, close behind in second place with 272 points. Team 578 in third. In fourth place, pieced it together. In fifth, the Oslo Conditions. Sixth place in season 60, Why Not Zoidberg. In seventh, Chi-Chi's Forever. In eighth place, Werewolves. Ninth, Team Cockroach. And in 10th place, Team Cockroach, the next something. Well done to all of those teams. And if you don't see yourself up here and you're wondering where you stand in the final standings of season 60, head on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com/standings. But tonight, all of this is kind of moot. We Drink and We Know Things. You won this season, but let's find out who are the winners of the championship game. Who's going to be taking home those emoji crowns for season 60? 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. They hold those crowns from last season. Will they be dethroned? Will they hold on to that top spot? Only time will tell. If you haven't signed up already, now is an excellent time to do so. Come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, enter in that team name, email address, and of course, tell us, yeah, we're in the league, we're in the championship game here. Bring it on. I say we go ahead and dive right on into our first category of the evening. You all know how this works. I do want to reiterate, of course, our 2 rules for the quiz. First and foremost, of course, no cheating in this game. Do not look the answers up. You don't want to take those emoji crowns knowing that you got them by looking things up. So thank you. Don't cheat. Rule number 2, don't give away the answers in the chat. Please, let's talk here. Keep the conversation flowing. Just please refrain from spoiling things for others in the Zoom. What is this? Twitch chat. All right. Let's do it, everybody. Best of luck on tonight's game. From our first team to get signed up tonight, the Oslo Condition, down to our most recent team to join us, Swearwolves. I welcome you two and every single team in between. Let's get into it. Our first category for this season 60 championship game is 2024, a year in review. We're talking about things that happened this year. Some of them going to feel like quite a while ago at this point. Let's do it. Round one, question number one. January 10th, 2024, the Los Angeles Clippers signed what two-time NBA Finals MVP with a $153 million extension to be paid over 3 years. Name that basketball player. Two-time NBA Finals MVP, now plays with the Clippers. It is Kawhi Leonard. Leonard, your answer there for number one. How'd you do on that first question? It was tough, though 36% of you got it correct. On to question number two, February 14th. Valentine's Day 2024, a biopic about Bob Marley was released in US theaters, which had what song by Marley as the film's subtitle? That Bob Marley biopic is called Bob Marley One Love is the song. Bob Marley and the Wailers. How'd you do? 60% of you got that one correct. Question number three, March 7th, 2024. What country officially joined NATO as the alliance's 32nd member, abandoning its 200-year policy of neutrality? The 32nd member of NATO is Sweden. Sweden is your correct answer. You did pretty well there, though. More teams went with Switzerland than Sweden here. It was pretty split there. Our next question, number four, in this 2024 A Year in Review themed round, April 7th, 2024. After 12 seasons, what HBO series aired its final episode? That HBO series that wrapped up after a full 12 seasons. It's Curb Your Enthusiasm that ended on April 7th of this year. 51% of you got that one correct. On to question number 5. May 4th, 2024, what pop icon had the largest performance of her career, ending her celebration tour with a free concert in Brazil for 1.6 million people? The Celebration Tour. It's not Taylor Swift, that's the Eras Tour, just wrapped up, but rather Madonna is your correct response for number 5. Madonna. 51% yet again. Consistency over there. Question number 6 in this 2024 round. June 12th, 2024, Sony Pictures acquired what dine-in movie theater chain that was founded in 1997 in Austin, Texas? That dine-in movie theater chain founded in Austin, Texas is better known as Alamo Draft House. So your correct response for number 6. I think our easiest question of the game thus far. Well done to that 62% of you. It is the championship after all. Here to challenge you all a little bit here tonight. Hope it's still fun. Tickle the brain here. It's been a long day. Question 7. July 1st, 2024. What hurricane made landfall in Grenada, becoming the earliest forming Category 5 hurricane on record? Sorry to say it was not Hurricane Meredith, though I like it. Thanks. Flattered someday, maybe. Though that wouldn't be so early since it's kind of mid alphabet there. It was not an A hurricane, but a B hurricane. Hurricane Beryl is the one in question. Our toughest question of the quiz thus far. 24% of you remembered Hurricane Beryl. I was giggling to myself because when that hurricane was taking place, there was a typo on some news outlet that said Hurricane Burley. And Peter was like, "Yeah, Hurricane Burley." And I was like, "You mean Beryl?" And then he showed it to me, and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm not sure anymore." Burley. Question 8. August 5th, 2024, the surfing finals for the 2024 Olympic Games took place in Teahupoo, a village in the southeast corner of what semi-autonomous French territory in the South Pacific? The Olympic surfing competition in 2024 took place in Tahiti is your correct response for number 8. Two more questions in this 2024 round. Here's number 9. September 1st, 2024. What alternative rock band canceled its tour after band members Perry Farrell and Dave Navarro had a physical altercation on stage in Boston? Jane's Addiction, your correct answer for number 9. And we are on to our final question in round number 1. October 1st, 2024. What former US president became the first former president to reach the age of 100? A wonderful way to wrap up the first round of the game with a celebration of the 100-year-old Jimmy Carter, as well as every single team submitting got it right. It's a social. Well done, folks. That does bring us to the end of round number 1. Let's check in with our standings. We've got 3 rounds left in tonight's championship game. As it stands right now, our top teams, we've got Ian, a tie for, let's go down to 8th place with 7 points each. Pieced it together. Everybody look at my fancy butthole. J&T, Tenet Logic, Moose and Squirrel, and Chi-Chi's Forever tied in 5th with 8 points. Swearwolves, Machine, Yearning, and Team 578 in 2nd place right now. 9 points out of a possible 10. Why not Zoidberg? 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the Oslo condition. And in the lead right now, they also had the top scorer from season 60's regular season play. 10 out of 10 possible points. We drink and we know things. You do indeed. Round 2. Let's get right on into it. It is in the category of Crack the Code. This is a puzzle round here this evening, everybody. Let's do it. Here is how round number 2 is going to work. In this category, your goal is to figure out the rule or pattern and complete the sequence. For example, if the series were to say SMTWTF blank, the blank would be the letter S for Saturday. So you'd figure out that those letters to first Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then S for Saturday. So it's going to all be initials when you enter in your responses here. Here's an example worth 0 points. Your category is When in Rome. Your first sequence, I, V, X, L, C, D, blank. Fill in that blank. This one, as an example, is worth 0 points, but give it a shot. Get confident. We got this. When in Rome, our example, the I represents the number 1, V for 5, X for 10, L for 50, C for 100, D for 500. The next letter in the sequence is M, M for 1000. So once again, that was simply an example, but if you put M, you would have gotten a point right there. Let's get into our first actual question of this round. So there will be 11 questions, but only 10 points. Here is question number 2. Your category is science. Your sequence, HENEARKRXE, and a blank. Fill in that blank. I'm going to be a little tough with the scoring. You do need to get the letters correct. This one actually happened to be my hint of the night over on Instagram. If you follow me at Trivia Meredith, you would know that the noble gases were going to come up at some point in tonight's quiz. Follow me at Trivia Meredith, not only for hints, but also for schedule updates. With the holiday season, things are going to be on pause for a little bit. You want to make sure you know when we're coming back. So please follow me. I will help you out at Trivia Meredith. The other noble gas is radon, which is abbreviated RN. RN is what we're looking for as your answer. So please match the way that it's laid out there and simply put the letters that would represent the more full word. That's the answer. So RN rather than radon is the correct answer. Question 3. ... in this question and in future questions implies that there are more in the entire series. Your category here is film. The next sequence ... TSOW GB PNC EEAAO and then blank. I'll give you all a little more time since I know you're puzzling through. Remember, we're just looking for letters, not a full word or words. Shout out to the team who put, and on that farm he had a cow. I'm pretty sure you were thinking EEAAO sounded like EIEIO, but actually, those letters stand for Everything Everywhere All at Once, which prior to this year's winner was the most recent winner for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Before that, we had Coda, Nomadland, Parasite, Green Book, and The Shape of Water. The most recent one is Oppenheimer, aka Oh. Oh, your answer for this one. Hope you figured it out. Tricky, tricky. There were a couple that were marked as correct, like EIEIO. I'm sorry. That's not right. I'm just rescoring it right now. Apologies if you had some hope. You're like, oh, she counted it. I don't think so. It's the championship, everyone. You got to have O as your answer for Oppenheimer. Here's number 4. Your category is literature. Your sequence SSCOSPOA GOFOOTP blank. All that I need from you are the letters. You do not need to write out a full title, name, anything like that, whatever may fit. Most of you puzzled together that those are all titles to Harry Potter books. We've got SS Sorcerer's Stone, followed by Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and the last one, DH, as in Deathly Hallows. If you put TDH, sure, the Deathly Hallows, yeah. How'd you do? 74% of you got it right. We got this, everybody. We're on a roll. Here's number 5. Your category is sports. The sequence BRS, WN, LAD, AB, HATR, blank. In this sports themed question, we're talking Major League Baseball World Series winners, the most recent ones. We've got Boston Red Sox, followed by Washington Nationals, Los Angeles Dodgers, Atlanta Braves, Houston Astros, Texas Rangers, and then a repeat on the list. It's LAD again for Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers, the most recent winners of the World Series. Question 6. Your category is albums. Your sequence E, F TV, R TV, M, SN TV, 1989 TV, blank. So these are Taylor Swift albums. We've got Evermore, followed by Fearless, Taylor's version, Red, Taylor's version, Midnights, and then we have Speak Now, Taylor's version, 1989, Taylor's version, and her most recent album, The Tortured Poets Department, TTPD. Your answer for number 6. Question number 7. Your category is geography. Your sequence UTOKNMAZAK blank. Utah, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, Alaska, the most recent states to join the Union, the most recent of which being that blank, Hawaii, HI. Your answer for number 7. 4 more questions in this round. Remember, folks, we had that example, so there are 11. Here's number 8. Your category is musical soundtrack. The sequence DTL, P, INTG, OSD, ASM, blank. Whoops, I made myself tiny. Appropriate. I'm from Munchkinland in Wicked. This is Wicked soundtrack here in order. Song number one, we've got Dancing Through Life, followed by Popular, and then I'm Not That Girl, One Short Day, A Sentimental Man, the next one in order. And I apologize, there's a typo on the answer sheet. It should say DG for Defying Gravity. DG, your correct response for number 8. Well done. 50% of you got that one right. Question number 9. We've got comic book movies on the mind. Your sequence T, LAT, BP, WF, A, MATW, Q, GOTGV 3, blank. Okay, they're all movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that have come out fairly recently. You see those ellipses at the beginning and at the end. That means there are movies before and after. We've got Thor, Love and Thunder, followed by Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, then Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. After that, The Marvels is your answer for number 9. Ooh, it was tricky. I like it. 32% of you got it right. Deadpool and Wolverine, the most recent, would come out in the area where those ellipses can be found. 2 more questions. Here's number 10. Your category is virtual quiz. Your sequence, LB'd, T'd, Est, CC, Est, Cade, M'd, TC'd, SNL'd, G'd, blank. Virtual quiz, the topic here. Most of you put it together, figured it out. Whether you put the exact right initials or not, I'm being a little generous here. I can tell you know what you're saying. Gonna give you that point. A trip down memory lane, shall we? We were LB'd, legally blonded. We were T'd, Tucci'd. We were Est, Shalubed. We were CC'd, aka we next were Est Spielberg. Then we were Cade. Keanu'd. The next season we were Muppeted. And then we were
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Tim Curried. After that we were
It's Saturday
SNL.
Night
And then of course Jeed, aka Goldbloomed. And this season, you've been playing with us. You remember, oh no, y'all, I skipped one. You figured it out even so. My sincerest apologies. I messed up in our own lore here in the game. You should next have been Lion King. If anyone put that, giving y'all that point, apologies. Lion King, that's my bad. This season, we were. There she is. Oh, Herod. Oh, Herod, your answer here. If you put COCOH with an apostrophe D, whatever you were feeling, I made sure that you got that point. And if you put Lion King as well, again, I messed up. You got that point as well. Thank you, Catherine O'Hara, for some fun in season 60. It was really fun to visit her filmography a little bit here. I know, you guys, I skipped it. I skipped Lion King. My bad. Thank you, Catherine. Hope she comes up again in future questions. Here's number 11, our final question of the round. The theme, same directors. The sequence, RA, MC, BF, THP, F, blank, ... Fill in that blank. It's really hard, but if you get it, you'll figure out the theme for next season. Maybe. So tough. One team's gotten it so far. It's wicked hard. My apologies. All right, I'm going to start that timer. I know some of you may just have to place a guess. All right. I warned you. It's a challenge. I do agree with Rosemary's comment that it's a fun idea this round, but really challenging. Absolutely. It's the championship. Time to roll out something a little bit different. So we will go back to our normal difficulty level when we come back in January. We will be back. 2025, everyone, right around the corner. And in that season, we will be featuring a brand new theme that is related to this particular clue, kind of tangentially. The movies in question there are that movie is Raising Arizona, followed by Miller's Crossing, Barton Fink, The Hudsucker Proxy, Fargo, and the blank is TBL, as in The Big Lebowski. TBL, someone who's in almost all of those movies. Yes, they're all Coen Brothers movies. They're not the theme, though. This person is in Miller's Crossing, Barton Fink, The Hudsucker Proxy, Fargo, and The Big Lebowski. Our theme for season 61. For the first time ever, you have just been
How do you do, fellow kids?
Buscemi'd. Steve Buscemi, our theme for season 61. He's going to pop up in every single new quiz that we send your way in some way, shape, or form. Love that, Steve Buscemi. You've been Buscemi'd, everybody. Let's check in with our standings. We're halfway through the game. 2 rounds left. The picture round is up next. Currently in a tie for 6th place with 15 points. Piece it together. Moose and Squirrel Machine Yearning. In 4th with 16, Why Not Zoidberg and Team 578. In 2nd with 18, We Drink and We Know Things, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. And pulling into the lead with 19 points, The Oslo Condition. All right, the picture round, everybody. Let's change it up. Shake off the difficulty of this coded round. The picture round is in the category of sounds fishy. In this round, you're going to see 10 images of people who have names that sound fishy. They may or may not be spelled the same as a type of fish. It is your job to identify the person that you see. In this round, you'll see 10 images, each with a number inside of the image. Underneath the 10 images, as per usual, 10 numbered blanks. 5 minutes on the clock to identify these fishy sounding individuals. Then we'll see you back here and find out how you did before we move into our double points round to close out tonight's game. Good luck, everybody. Please identify these 10 fishy sounding people. Hey everyone, we're halfway through the picture round looking for the names of these individuals. Their names, in one way or another, sound like a type of fish, though it may be spelled differently in some instances. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock for the picture round. Good luck. If you haven't done so already, please submit your responses. The countdown timer coming your way. I've got some answers for you all from the picture round. In order to get a point, you had to have the word in your answer that sounds like a fish or is spelled the same as a fish, whichever may fit that particular image. Number one, for example, spelled differently, sounds the same. That is Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans. Image number two, RIP, cheers to Terry Garr. Image number three, that is actress Rosamund Pike. Image number four is Salmon P. Chase. Salmon P. Chase. Image number five is baseball player Mike Trout, followed by Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, and then artist Keith Haring. And then we have another artist, Jackson Pollock, followed by actor Ray Fisher. Ray, like a manta ray, but also like a fisher. And lastly, we have Sarah Snook. How'd you do? Let's find out. We do have one round left in tonight's game. The double points round. The toughest one that round, with 16% of you getting it right, was Ray Fisher, followed by Salmon P. Chase with 34% of you getting that one correct. Checking in with our top scores as we head into this final double points round. Tied in 10th with 19 points, one Urkel, J&T, Moose and Squirrel, and Chi-Chi's Forever. Tied in 5th with 22 points, Swearwolves, Why Not Zoidberg, Pieced It Together, Tenet Logic, and Machine Yearning. In 4th with 24, Team 578, and a three-way tie for the lead. I like to see it, everyone. This is what the championship is all about. We drink and we know things. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the Oslo condition. It all comes down to this final round tonight. Odd one out is our theme. Once again, it is a double points round, and here is how it is structured. Many of you are already familiar with these from previous championship events, so bear with me if you already know how it works. A refresher never hurts. In this category, for each question, you are going to see 3 multiple choice options. 2 of those options are correct answers. For each question, you can guess up to 2 options as your correct responses. If you guess 2 and both of them are right, guess what? You get 2 points. If you guess 2 of them, but only one of them is right, you get 0 points for that question. If you're not certain and you want to guess just one of the 2, go for it. If you get that one correct, you will get 1 point for that question. So play it how you want. Gamble a little bit, guess for 2, or go for 1 if you feel safe about it. It all comes down to this final category here today. Let's do it, everybody. Our first question in round number 4. Here it is. Which 2 of the following are call signs of characters in the 1986 movie Top Gun? We've got Viper, Merlin, and Hangman. Viper was played by Tom Skerritt in the 1986 Top Gun. Merlin, played by Tim Robbins in Top Gun 1986. Hangman, a character in Top Gun Maverick, played by Glenn Powell. So Viper and Merlin, your correct answers there. Question number 2. Which 2 of the following are business establishments found in the town of Schitt's Creek on the TV series Schitt's Creek? Rose Apothecary, owned by David Rose on Schitt's Creek. Cafe Tropical, also on Schitt's Creek. Dosey's Market is from Gilmore Girls. A little bit easier there. Only 18% of you falling for the decoy for that question. Here is number 3. Which two of the following musical groups had a drummer whose name is Roger Taylor? Since the year 1965, Nick Mason has been the drummer for Pink Floyd. Is the odd one out here. Roger Andrew Taylor, the drummer for Duran Duran from 79 to 86, and then again in the 90s. Roger Meadows Taylor, the drummer for Queen since 1968. Question 4. Which two of the following were members of the Spanish national soccer team for the UEFA Euro 2024 tournament? Members of the UEFA Euro 2024 tournament playing for the Spanish national soccer team. Carvajal, a fullback for that team. Morata, a striker. Whereas Carlos Sainz is a Spanish Formula One driver currently racing for Ferrari. Pretty well done there. All right. Hope it's going well for you all. I know these rounds are tricky, and genuinely hope you're having a great time here tonight. Here's number 5. Which two of the following are titular subjects of an ode written by poet John Keats in 1819? We've got Skylark, Nightingale, and Melancholy. Odes by John Keats. He did write an ode to a Grecian urn, and not an option here, as well as ode to a nightingale and Melancholy. Ode to a Skylark, or rather just to a Skylark, was by Percy Bysshe Shelley. Number 6. Which two of the following countries in Africa share a land border with only one other country? Lesotho is entirely surrounded by South Africa, the Gambia, surrounded by Senegal with a small coastline on the Atlantic Ocean. Djibouti has three neighbors: Somalia, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. So Djibouti is the odd one out here. Hope you went with the other two. Ooh, it was tough. Four more questions, then we've got a tiebreaker to close out the game. Here's number 7. Which two of these artists were born in the United States of America? Georgia O'Keeffe is from Wisconsin. Mary Cassatt is from Pennsylvania. Agnes Martin, Canadian. Well done. Question number 8. Which two of the following A words are traditionally part of the criteria for the APGAR test used to evaluate the health of newborns? APGAR, what does it stand for? Appearance, pulse, grimace, activity, and respiration. So, appearance and activity were the two A's in question. Another tough one. Awareness makes sense. Maybe they should add another one. Apgara, number 9. Which two of the following are commandments stated in the song 10 Dual Commandments from the musical Hamilton? The 10 dual commandments in Hamilton include duel before the sun is in the sky. Yes, that is one of them. Confess your sins is another, while never let them know your next move is from the song 10 Crack Commandments by Notorious B.I.G. Tough. Ooh, look at those. Look at those percentages. Really tricky. I know. These rounds, this is our final one in this category. Then we've got that tiebreaker. Here's number 10. Which two of the following pasta shapes are named for a part of the human body? Before we see how you all did here, I do want to make sure we talk about our upcoming schedule. Because of the holidays and busy private event season, we're taking off the rest of the year here for the virtual quiz. I'm going to miss hosting for you all. It is always a highlight of my week, and I hope very much to see you all in 2025. We'll be coming back on Wednesday, January 8th at 8 p.m. right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Please follow me on Instagram if you don't already, because I will certainly remind you that our next quiz is coming up on the 8th of January. At Trivia Meredith is the place to follow me, and I hope very much to see you all in the new year. Let's see how you all did on this final question of round number 4, our final regular round question of the game. 2 of those named for a body part. Capellini. Capellini, what does it mean? It means little or thin hair. Orchietti means little ears. Tagliatelle, not a body part. It means to cut. That does bring us to our final question of the game, the tiebreaker question. As always, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal as you place your response to that tiebreaker question is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number, meaning you can guess over or under. If we have a tie for the lead for our winners of the season, I will calculate that. Hopefully I can do it quickly. If not, I'll post the results on our Instagram tomorrow at NYC Trivia League. I'll post those results regardless, so keep an eye out to see what ended up happening here tonight. Here's your question. How many total songs have the bands Queen, Duran Duran, and Pink Floyd had on the Billboard Hot 100 chart combined? Hi, come here. Come here. Come say hi. Oh, sleepy boy. Oh, are you okay? I've got an answer for you all for the tiebreaker question. How many total songs have the bands Queen, Duran Duran, and Pink Floyd had on the Billboard Hot 100 chart? Okay, Dante, I'll put you down. Say hi. Say Happy New Year. Merry everything, everybody. Okay, goodbye. Combined, those bands, Queen, 24 Songs on the Billboard Hot 100. Duran Duran, 21. Pink Floyd, 5. Your correct answer is 50. And I do see here that we had a tie for the lead. Let's go over our final scores for tonight. Congratulations to our top teams. Heading on over to the winner's circle. Finishing up our game this evening with 26 points in a tie for 19th place, Catitude and Otrivia Rodrigo. Tied in 16th with 27, BBB, Everybody Look at My Fancy Butthole, and Team Cockroach. In 15th with 29 points, 1 Urkel. Tied in 13th with 30 points, we've got Jive Turkeys, J and T. Oh, yeah, I heard that door too. Tied in 11th place. Thank you so much, Dante. Happy holidays. 31 points, Team Nidhogg and Machine Yearning. In 10th with 33, Swearwolves. Come here. Good boy. In 8th place, we've got a tie with 35 points between Moose and Squirrel and Chi-Chi's Forever. Tied in 6th with 36 points, Pieced It Together and Tenet Logic. In a tie for 4th with 41, Why Not Zoidberg and Team 578. In 3rd place tonight with 44 points, The Oslo Condition. And we did have a tie for the lead. Both teams, 48 points. I did review their responses to that tiebreaker question. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, put 90-something as their response. And We Drink and We Know Things got it right on the money with 50 as their answer, which means our big winners for season 60 are We Drink and We Know Things. Congratulations. Thank you all so much for playing with us in season 60. It's been great. I appreciate every single one of you. We'll see you back here in 2025 on Wednesday, January 8th. Until then, be well, everybody. Happy holidays. Good night. Congrats, We Drink and We Know Things. Bye, everyone. Thanks again. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. Thank you to my regular people. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Peter, and the rest of the writing team for helping to put together tonight's quiz. Thank you, Colin, for making all of this possible. Thanks, Mur, and the rest of the writing team for creating the software you all played the quiz on tonight. We Drink and We Know Things are getting those emoji crowns in season 61. See you on January 8th.